Come on in, everyone. Well, welcome, everyone. This is the fourth of a series of cemetery walks that the Upper Pemigewasset Historical Society has put on. And thank you all for coming. We have today a member of Patrick Reardon's family who's going to tell you a little bit about Mike Reardon.
Thank you. I, Patrick Moses Reardon, was born on September 16, 1921 in Gloucester, Massachusetts. Into a fishing family, I had 3 brothers and a sister. My father chased the fish around from Canada to Carolinas, stopping in for a few weeks to a month when the fish were either heading north or heading south for the winter. I loved Gloucester, but I was the black sheep of the family. I hated the ocean and its kind of fish. In 1938, at the age of 16, I graduated from Gloucester High School, got my diploma, and headed north away from the ocean. I ended up in the Lincoln Woodstock area, where I got a job with the CCC Corps on Route 118. These camps was what Hitler called Roosevelt's hidden army. Wow. I got there, you had to be 18 years old. No one had a driver's license then, so all we had for identification was my high school diploma. They told me that you graduated from high school, you should be 18, so I was in. I worked and lived in the camp on 118. To this day, you still can see the 2 old rock chimneys that were once part of the bunkhouse and the mess tent. Some of the projects we worked on included building Route 118 that went from Woodstock to Warren, cleaning and burning all the trees in Franconia and Notch that had blown over in the hurricane of '38, clearing trees off the trail from Bald Mountain down towards the town of Franconia so skiers would not get hurt, and that was before Cannon was built. Wow. After about a year and a half, I went to work in the mill, 41 to 42, in the sulfite room, where they took wooden chips, chemicals, and under heat and pressure made mush that later turned to paper on the machines. Towards the end of 1942, I entered the Air Corps to fight in World War II. I was assigned to the 8th Air Force Division, graduated in the 392nd Bomb Group as a sergeant. I became a waist gunner on a B-24 bomber. Like everyone else on the plane, we filled in for other jobs when needed. On my 13th mission, on November 13th, 1943, I was filling in for a sick member of crew when our plane began to have mechanical trouble and we turned back towards base. Before we could make it, a German fighter shot us down and the aircraft crashed about 26 miles from Rotterdam. The crew and I parachuted from the plane and landed on an island where we were captured by German soldiers. At first, I was sent to a POW camp for paperwork and then transferred to Stalag 17B, where I spent a year and a half. Yes, the same Stalag 17 that became the famous TV show Hocus Heroes.
Oh God, it was.
In May of 1945, we were liberated by General Patton's ground group. A commandant, who was an 80-year-old German soldier who disobeyed Hitler's direct orders to kill all prisoners and returned to Berlin, the fatherland. He left the paperwork from Hitler neatly on his desk so when the Americans came, they could find it. Instead of killing us, he marched us across Austria. 4,000 prisoners, while 200 stayed back that couldn't make the trip. They were too sick. Until General Patton's soldiers overtook us and set us free. When the commandant was asked why he disobeyed Hitler's orders, he said he knew the war was almost over and that the prisoners had a mother and families to go home to. But the real reason was that in World War I he had been a POW in Maine. And the people there treated him so well, this is his way of saying thank you. Later in life, after retiring, I applied and received a POW pension. It meant the world to my wife and I, easing the constant worries about money. I returned to Lincoln right after the war, went right back to work in the mill, and I stayed there for 40 years. During that time, I married a local girl, Catherine Agnes Conry. Together we had 3 beautiful daughters and 1 son. My wife and I were very dedicated to our children, supporting all their interests, sports, faith, family values, and education. We helped them through college, one becoming a nurse. an IBM school in X-ray technician. One studied industrial electricity. My wife and I shared 55 wonderful years together. After the mill closed, I worked 2 years in construction with the town of Lincoln, Public Works, before spending 16 years as a police dispatcher in the town of Lincoln. I became a life member of Joseph Newton Smith Post 83 of the American Legion, where I served post adjutant for over 40 years, and the commander for a couple of years. I also established the Joseph Newton Smith Scholarship Fund for the Linwood graduates, serving as president for over 30 years. I was a life member of the New Hampshire ex-POW chapter and served as one of their directors. Cheryl!
I numbered the tops of them.
I volunteered with the Lincoln Fire Department, served on the Lincoln Planning Board, and was a member of the Budget Committee. In my later years, as slowing down, my wife and I camped throughout New Hampshire in our pop-up campers, spending places like Wildwood, Russell Pond, Hancock, and Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. Like many of us, cancer caught up with me in 2000, but I lived a great life. Of all the wars, the POW, I was the luckiest to have it been in World War II with the Germans. I got to watch my children grow up to become adults. I got to watch my grandchildren grow up. I enjoyed 55 years as a happy, supportive family man. I love Lincoln and North Woodstock area. No salt water. Thank you.